All right, this is probably the worst way to start a whiskey channel, but it is dry January, and like some of you who also like whiskey, I really enjoy whiskey. And January is a month where, while I enjoy whiskey a ton, I recognize that it's great for the sustainability of this wonderful hobby that I take breaks at times. Maybe it's a week, sometimes maybe it's a day, and sometimes it's closer to a month. So I'm currently working through dry January, and this month was a little different in that I decided to actually try to go find some whiskey-ish, some whiskey-esque products to see if there was anything that just was mildly as enjoyable as whiskey. So I tend to lean towards Kentucky bourbons specifically when it comes to whiskeys. And that being said, I like all of them throughout the nation though. So I am going to try 3 spirits, and I'm actually starting with one called 3 Spirits. But I'm trying 3 almost spirits, 3 wannabe spirits, if you will. One is called 3 Spirit, one is Little Saints, which has been in my feed a lot recently, and the other is the Pathfinder. Now, there's a lot of choices out there, and it's worth noting that trying to find a whiskey or a wine that's ever going to make you feel, or that it's going to taste anything like the real thing, is just an absolute vain pursuit. However, there are some products that have some nice taste and tangs and citrus and oaks and vanillas, and then there's others that just really fail short. So stay tuned, and we'll find out which ones come close. The first one is 3 Spirits. I will say, first of all, when you're looking at this, it looks like whiskey that's been sitting around like for some time. Like, you ever go to a tasting and you sit down and it looks like this? I did one actually at Kentucky Bourbon Festival, really bougie little tasting, and they had a couple of them that had obviously just been sitting out for some time. They've gotten cloudy, a little weird. So that being said, you kind of have to wrap your mind around the look is the first thing, and it definitely smells overtly sweet. Actually, it smells a little bit, I didn't pick this up last time, it almost has like a hint of tobacco in it. Or maybe it's just because my cigars are over here. But it seems like there's a little hint of tobacco. It definitely comes across as very sweet though, a little citrusy, and the viscosity of it. It's got some, not much legs, but a little bit. Now, this one, it's not bad. Tastes nothing like whiskey. It tastes somewhat like a cocktail though. If you're looking for something that is almost tastes like a muted old fashioned, yeah, a little bit like a muted old fashioned, maybe a hint like a Boulevardier, but not that same like bitterness. Not bad. So 3 Spirit, I give you in terms of look, I give you like a solid 2, because that does not look like whiskey, but it still has some thickness, a little bit of mouthfeel to it. About a 2 on the visual, and I'll give it, I don't know, what to rate something that's not going to come anything close to whiskey. But if we just remove the fact that we want this to taste like whiskey and just say, if we're grading on a curve, we'll give this one a 5.5. So 3 Spirit, you get a 5.5. Let's round it up. Call it a 6. Okay, next, and for some context, this came from, I'm in a guys whiskey group. Somebody brought this because now in our guys group, there's a couple sober guys who just don't drink whiskey at all. So they tend to bring a couple, complimentary beverages. And this one is one that I knew that I liked enough. Like, it's, of the 3, I'll just give you a hint and tell you, it's one that I will come back to because I don't mind it. And a 5.5 compared to what else is out there is not bad at all. Now, Little Saints, Saint Oak, I was particularly excited to try this one because it states it's a non-alcoholic spirit with oak and wood spice, some major whiskey flavors, and a curious blend of vanilla, caramel, and reishi, and lion's mane mushroom. Now, you'll notice a few of these go the mushroom route. Like, One of the things that's great about that I really appreciate for all of these is that alcohol can have a detrimental, if you drinking a significant amount of it, of a neurological impact on your brain. Now, a little bit, there's some good arguments that say a little bit could go a long way on actually having some health benefits. But let's be honest, you drink too much whiskey and it's going to have neurological impacts. It can have liver impacts. It can have heart impacts. This is also why I think having a dry month and having some control and restraint on your hobbies is a really good thing. So they did, I will say, for some reason, I just really like their marketing. And maybe I was a sucker for this one because it matches some of my favorite bottles, like the psychology of the marketing. E.H. Taylor is one of my favorites. A few preservation bottles like this, almost like wine-esque looking bottle. The marketing was really good, but I will say the first thing that I noticed as soon as I got it is it just looks like dirty dishwater. It even like kind of bubbles up like dirty dishwater. Like for an example, it's got a very like sudsy look to it. And I said, you know what? That's not going to stop me. So we're going to go for this one. I popped it open. I poured myself a little sample today. This is St. Oak. I will say on, you know what? The visual, I will rate this one slightly better than Three Spirits because it's actually somewhat more like this is pretty cloudy. And this is somewhat, it's got like this golden amber look to it, even though it's kind of looking like dirty dishwater. I think the camera and the light is honestly a little bit flattering. It's got that kind of golden copper look. And it smells okay. Like on the nose, it's definitely like a little pungent. But you can smell oak in there. You could smell vanilla. You could smell caramel. A lot of those like common whiskey bourbon notes. Yeah, on the nose, like I would give this one like, this one I think was like a 2 on the visual. I would give this one maybe a 5 on the nose and a 6 on the taste. This one I would give, maybe a 3.5 on the look. I would give it a 6 on the nose. Like it's got a decent nose. But the taste is absolutely terrible. Like I give this one like a 1, maybe a 1.5 on taste. It's like it looks okay. The bottle looks kind of impressive. The nose is okay. But it just tastes not good. It tastes sharp. It tastes a little bit pungent. It tastes flat. It has no mouthfeel to it. It looks a little bit like dirty dishwater in the bottle, and it tastes a little bit like dirty dishwater. Which is a bummer because the psychology of the marketing of this one, I thought I was going to like really like this. I thought it was going to be like a little weekend drinker, when I'm trying to take off a couple days a week from having my nightly old fashioned, but it just, I don't even know why I keep going back to it. I am probably just going to throw this bottle away, which is a bummer because it was like $50. And there are some local distributors. Somehow, like, I don't know how this happened, but like they've got local distribution. They're in, the local fun sober shops. But it probably tastes okay with a cocktail. I will say, I also got Little Saints cocktail mixes. Some of them were okay, and like the Negroni, absolutely terrible. The Mule, it was okay. The Paloma was fine, but would not recommend. I give this one again a 6 for Three Spirits and like a 1.5 on Little Saints. It just fell flat so much. Now this one is. It's won some awards. It was named one of the New York Times best non-alcoholic drinks. This is called the Pathfinder. It's got some mushroom. It's got some hemp. It's got a really cool little bottle. Kind of this interesting looking, branding. It kind of reminds me of, what's that soap company? Like John's or something that has just like a million words on it. It's a really natural soap company. It reminds me of that. So the ingredients on this one are water, cane sugar, fermented and distilled hemp, wormwood, angelica root, ginger, sage, saffron, orange peel, Douglas fir extracts. And it looks like this one actually doesn't have, like some of the other ones have, reishi, lion's mane. I think this one actually doesn't. But it does have fermented and distilled hemp, wormwood, and some root. So hemp and root says lifts the veil of illusion, guarantee destroyer of bad vibes positively. So you know what I like about this one is it looks like a really, really well-aged whiskey. I mean, it has no legs, no viscosity, to it. It's still, shoot, I guess actually Little Saints had, no, not Little Saints. Three Spirits had slightly better viscosity, if you will. But the color, it looks like a dark amber whiskey. Like you expect, like, oh, this is gonna be like a 10-year, of something. The nose, it just smells like orange, just like solid orange. It's like solid orange and a little bit of wood, just heavy citrus. And you definitely can, almost smells like ginger, but it almost smells like another root, ginseng. It almost smells like a little bit like ginseng, if you know what that smells like. And it tastes okay. I would give this one, oh man, it's a very, very different taste than Three Spirit. I would give this one like a 5. And I would give Three Spirit a 6. And maybe if we're grading it on the curve and just acknowledging that none of these taste anything or smell anything like whiskey, maybe all of these will be elevated a little bit. But for Three Spirits, I'm giving, as far as a taste, again, around a 6. Little Saints around a 1.5. And Pathfinder a solid 5. I think I would probably like this one a lot more if they didn't put so much orange in it. So this one, what is it, like the 5th or 6th ingredient is just orange peel and then Doug fir extracts. The Doug fir extracts sounds like it would be terrible, like just literally putting Doug fir in your drink. But it's not bad. The orange is definitely too strong. It tastes like, especially the aftertaste, it tastes like eating an orange peel. And that is not what you want. I mean, maybe if you're having just a really, really heavy orange old fashioned, but I will say in general, I think they were going more for like a whiskey vibe and just fell absolutely flat. Three Spirit and Pathfinder both taste like cocktails. They taste like, both of them taste like a poorly made cocktail that if you ordered it at like Applebee's and somebody came out and you had spent $9 for it, you would go, well, I ordered it, so I guess I'll drink it. And even that is like, it's whiskey-ish for dry January. You can definitely taste the root. Heavy orange. I would give this one, though, like a 7 for appearance, because it actually like looks like a decent whiskey aged product. The nose, I would give it like a 3 because it just smells like orange. And the taste, again, I would give it closer to a 5 because even though it tastes just like a punch of orange, it still kind of tastes like a cocktail. And at the end of the day, throughout the month of January, here's what's going to happen. I'm so sorry because I love your marketing and you all did so well on that. But I am going to give this away or toss it. There's no chance I'm going to drink that. Three Spirits, by the end of January, this one will be gone. It's good. As a matter of fact, I've drank half of this one already. And this one, like I would next January, I would buy both of these again. So they're not impressive, like really impressive, like an 8 or a 9. But I haven't tasted any, and I've tried a few. Anything that's better than these two on the market with very different tastes. I think this Nightcap Calm Woody Mellow by Three Spirits, I think they did the best job at creating a whiskey-ish cocktail drink that is absolutely tolerable. And Pathfinder, just pull back on the orange. I don't know how in the tasting process somebody doesn't go, wow, that just tastes like I'm eating an orange peel. But good job on the look. I don't know if it's the hemp or the Doug fir or what did that, but not bad. So there you go. Hey, it's dry January. I hope that for you whiskey enthusiasts out there who enjoy whiskey as much as I do, or maybe some of you much more, maybe some of you too much, that you do find the opportunity to rest, to reset, let your body catch up, maybe do a water fast here and there. I know that's crazy, but so that you can go back and enjoying your hobby without having to worry about it impacting your body long term. I enjoy whiskey a ton, and I also am a little bit of a, what is it called, a hypochondriac. So I am constantly thinking about, like, how do I enjoy this at the best level? Love sitting around and sipping whiskey with my friends and having late night conversations and talking about theology and philosophy and politics and relationships. And love that it's sustainable and that hopefully I'll be able to do it a lot longer if I take a few breaks and enjoy a little Pathfinder and a little Three Spirit. So hey, shout out to all of you. I mean, even Little Saints. You know what? You're trying to do good Lord's work and keep us from getting too sauced out here, and I think that's fantastic. But cheers, and we'll see y'all soon, maybe in February.